Wow, yeah, you railed that corner.
Hi everyone, today is an e-bike day, but it's not just a normal e-mountain bike that I'm used to. I'm going to be riding an e-motorcycle, two very different things. This is a class 1, it tops out at 20 miles an hour, it's pedal assist, no throttle, but this one is unclassified, and I'm so excited about this because I come from moto, but I've been loving my e-mountain bike, and I think this will be a good in-between from dirt bikes to mountain bikes. It's smaller than a dirt bike and bigger than my mountain bike, so I'm hoping it'll be the perfect weight to power size ratio for me. And now I want to introduce you to the co-founders of Dust Moto to explain more about it.
I'm one of the co-founders and CEO of Dust Moto. I come from an engineering background, and so a lot of the engineering kind of architecture and decision-making requirements I've been driving.
And I'm Jarrett, head of design. My background's in industrial design, so kind of hard goods and more recently transportation products like this one.
So I have a few questions for you guys. What stage are we at with Dust Moto?
Really good question. We've decided to open up our development process, and so people kind of see the action and this bike at this state and think that we're getting really close to shipping, and the reality is actually we're exposing kind of the start to finish, you know, all the way from design to delivery. And so this is pretty early. This is our prototype number 2. We're building prototype number 3 as we speak in the shop, continuing to test and iterate on the design. And we're going to build a bunch more bikes through the summer to keep validating the design, make sure that everything is ready to move into production later this year.
Okay.
Start shipping bikes to people in the first half of 2025.
That's awesome. I really want to know about this bike. How powerful is it? How long does the battery last? What is the sizing like? Can you share some of that?
It's just a touch smaller. We kind of like to say sort of 10% smaller than a full-size bike. It's larger than the Sur-Ron Light B class bike or mountain bike, so it's definitely in this middle ground between the two. Our target weight is 200 pounds. Target power is 26 kilowatt or 35 horsepower. This actually puts us at a similar power to weight ratio as a 250 four-stroke, but lighter, so still 25-30 pounds lighter than one of those bikes, and that makes it a little bit more agile, a little bit more approachable, and the size with the lower seat height, slightly shorter wheelbase. Suspension is designed to be moto class suspension, moto wheel fitment. The fit and finish and the component selection is more moto than mountain bike, and that's important because it can be ridden pretty hard, it can be jumped pretty far, and we want it to be able to take the abuse, and we know that some of the products out there don't.
Okay. It has full-size wheels as a 250, a little shorter suspension than a 250?
That's right. So 265 millimeter travel front and 275 rear is what the current prototype's sitting at, which is a little bit less than 2 inches less travel. So kind of similar offsets to the seat height and wheelbase as the suspension travel. A downhill mountain bike is usually around 200 millimeter total travel.
What do you think the benefits are of having an e-motorcycle?
I think Jarrett can kind of speak to a lot of the value prop as he's got kind of the designer's mind. He's really thinking about the customer kind of challenges.
I think kind of the first thing, you know, it being electric, you don't have a clutch and gears, simplicity to ride and be able to focus on your positioning and how you may approach corners, especially for newer riders, like being able to focus more on technique and maybe less on the drum playing element of the complexity of riding a traditional dirt bike. I think is a big one. Sound, obviously these things are much quieter, and that will just open up a lot of different riding locations. I think another big one is day-to-day use case, being able to plug it in, unplug it, and go.
How about maintenance?
I think we say it's about, what, 40% reduction in overall parts?
Yeah, total part count.
Total part count.
Typical gas bike stuff that's probably most annoying, the filter changes, the top end rebuild, these are the things that are kind of removed off the table. You still have tire, brake pad, and chain.
Yeah.
But electric bikes tend to go through chains a bit less quickly compared to gas bikes. So
I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to see how it feels compared to a mountain bike and a dirt bike. And just with my size, I'm 5'6". I'm very hopeful that this will fit me really well because I've learned since I've started mountain biking that dirt bikes really are just too big for me, but I like the power of a 250. Let's see how it goes.
Currently the bike is switched on, and now we can turn it into run or keep it in stop mode, and then we can switch through the modes. So on the handlebars over here, we've got the stop start basically, or the run mode. You flip this down, it turns on, you get a little bit of a haptic indication and the sound. And then this button here on the prototype swaps through our maps. So currently it's in map 1, linear mode. Map 2 is low 20 horsepower range, so it's a good, I think, middle ground. And then Map 3 is where you get into the 30 plus horsepower spot, and that's when the bike really shines.
Okay.
And then you just cycle through if you want to click back down. So 1, 2, 3. You ready to turn it off? You just click the stop mode.
You can cycle modes while riding too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So just like shifting.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, whenever you're ready, you just turn it on. Make sure you're in the right mode.
It's probably safe to keep it in stop so you don't accidentally whiskey throttle when you're
Yeah, exactly.
moving it around.
So we do have it set up where after about 15 seconds, it'll do a little chime when it's still in run mode to let you know that it's live.
Oh,
because
okay.
people love to walk up to motorcycles.
Yeah,
And kiss the throttle.
right?
And
Otherwise you don't know.
gas bikes, you know they're running. Electric, you don't necessarily. So
Okay.
brake mapping is moto mapping, so front brake on throttle hand, rear brake on left hand.
I think that'll be my biggest challenge today.
Yeah, coming from mountain bikes, you kind of have to retrain the brain a little bit. We
Okay.
also get a lot of moto riders looking for the foot brake the first few corners, but once you kind of adapt it, usually feels pretty good.
Very excited. I was already looking for the shifter. Okay, so I'm in map 1 and I am pinned right now. This is a good beginner mode. Get used to the brakes. Check out the track. I'm gonna switch it into mode 2. Reverse brakes, reverse brakes. Quite a bit more power in mode 2. So it's getting up the hill a lot better. Feels quite a bit like a dirt bike. Ooh, went for the brake feet pedals. Let's switch it into third for a second and see how much. I thought it's gonna be really powerful. The Power 3 feels good. Woo. Ooh, went for my feet again. Map 1 felt like a Sur-Ron, not enough power for me. Good for learning, like just getting used to it.
Yeah, no whiskey throttle.
And once I started going faster, I was searching with my feet in the corners. Like I'd go in and like, oh.
Coming downhill, looking in
yeah,
for a brake
but
or downshift.
I felt comfortable right away. Just wasn't sure on jumping only because the fender was making noise.
Yep.
Prototype, but it feels good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, let's get out again.
The cornering. Like you can go so fast on the corner. Oh, sick. You can kind of like manual things when you case it a lot easier because it has instant power. Oh, this is so much fun. Woo. Just instant power right out of the corner. Just pinned. Oh, it's so sick. So much fun. I can't imagine if the dirt was better, what it would feel like. It's a workout too. Like, it doesn't feel like a lot. Super nimble. Oh, I just want to like keep laughing. It's so fun. I had a lot of fun at the private motocross track, which is more comparable for a dirt bike for me. And to do a fair test to compare to mountain biking and get the full experience, I came out to the trails to get some single track in. So I'm really excited to try that too. On the moto track, it got my adrenaline going. I felt a workout, my heart was going, and that's exactly what I look for when I'm riding a dirt bike and even mountain bikes too. So let's see how the single track goes. Oh yeah, it reminds me more like when I was riding a KTM 350, where I have instant power to get over those whoops compared to a 250. Feels very nimble. Oh, the power is so good. I can just like wheelie over the whoops. Oh, these are really cool trails. So pretty. Log. Okay. Whoop. Hopefully I can get back around. Plenty of power. Oh my gosh. Oh man, okay. That got my adrenaline going. The whoops are so much fun. I can wheelie, I can go through them. The suspension right now, not set up for me at all, but it still felt really good. Made up the hill fine. The power is so much fun. I'm at 43% on the battery, and I only used like 3% for 6 minutes, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna turn around and go back. Yeah. Nice. Oh, so much easier than a 250. Instant power.
The latest design.
So I tipped it over.
I haven't even done this yet.
That's fine. Because that's what a girlfriend was worried about. Yeah, super easy to pick up. You just can feel the center of gravity is way different, like where it's at, especially when I was trying to go over the log. It's lower, but it has like a nice skid plate. Oh man, that was fun. This thing is a mix of everything I want right now, where more power, but nimble and like smaller than a full-size dirt bike. But I had so much fun, and now I really want one of these. I hope you enjoyed the video and a sneak peek into this. I'll put the link to their website in the description, and hopefully once they're ready, I can do another test or review on them and give you guys more information. But I hope this got you excited about it too, and I'll see you next time. Yeah. Nice.